Well, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Monday. It is July the 25th, and it's going to be a fantastic Monday. Just waiting for some of you who don't believe that we actually started at 6:45. I know it's 6:47, but we're close enough for what we do. So, if you've been around us very long, you know that punctuality is not a given. That it's more of a luxury when you get that with me and Christy. So, good morning, welcome to Monday. Y'all know the drill. My name's Aaron Dwyer. For those of you that'll see this on YouTube and not know, those of you who do know the drill, you have been here before. Drop us a comment. Tell us you're here this morning. Tell us you're on the call with us. It is 6:45 Eastern, 6:47 Eastern, 5:45 Central. So all my Tennessee folks, get out of bed. Let's get rolling. We have one watcher. Not sure where you are, but let's go. Everybody wake up. Gave you an announcement. Told you we'll be here. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. As you can see, my trusty sidekick is not here. My beautiful better half. But I'm just going to sit here and talk to myself, I suppose. Time for school. Got school starting in another week or so. The fall season kicks off here in just a little bit, and we just lost somebody. So hello, hello, hello. Testing 1, 2, 3. Is this thing on? Where is everybody at? Y'all better hurry. We got places to go, people to see. We jumped on here this morning to make sure we got a call in. But if y'all want to get in here and do this thing, y'all better get in here now. Hello, hello. Good morning, Michelle. There's one. We have one contestant. Good morning. How are you? Oh, we have two. Who's number two? We have number two. Good morning, Michelle. Hope you had a good weekend. Saw that. I don't know, how did Lake Day go? Did anybody go to Lake St. Clair Day? That was last weekend or this weekend, wasn't it? Anybody even go? I know we had baby duty, so we were out, not on the lake. So I saw you guys were on the lake, but I don't know if you were on St. Clair, if you were on Oconee. You and Jared. Where is everybody? Y'all start knocking on people's windows. Tell them to come on. So didn't okay? Got you. Everybody bailed. Gotcha.
What'd you say?
Lake St. Clair Day. They didn't do it. Everybody bailed on them.
Oh, wow.
So that sucks. Last Lake St. Clair Day was pretty fun. Our boat starter went out. We moved it from Hartwell. Good morning, Carrie. We moved our boat from Oconee back up to Hartwell. And the day that we were going to pull out of Oconee, the starter it wouldn't crank. So our boat's in the shop right now getting fixed, bless its little heart. So we haven't even had a chance to enjoy it on our at the new house. I hope some of those were making it to this way, to my belly. I don't know where you were making those, or who you were giving those to. Those would be delicious. They look really, really good. Kristen and Cody, she was rocking the teal at the casino. I didn't know Kristen made honey. Is that Michelle? Is that Kristen and Cody's honey they make? Their own bees? I didn't know they did that. So we got a busy week, y'all. We are running and gunning, trying to get this house, everything in the house, and trying to get that finished up by the weekend. So if anybody's bored this weekend, cool. I've got a friend, got Victor Ferdui. Victor Ferdui used to be an exit agent in Hendersonville, where I used to work at Exit Real Estate Solutions. He's not from Russia. Speaks Russian. He speaks like 7 languages. He is from Romania, maybe from Romania, and he has bees. He tends to bees and makes honey and does all that stuff. So that's pretty cool. Good morning. Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff going on here, man. Of course, y'all know that Halson May made her appearance late Friday night, almost Saturday morning. She was about 24 minutes from making it to Saturday morning, but Halson May was born. That's Maggie and Logan's little girl. I'm sure y'all seen it on Facebook, but she was born. I'm taking some of Christy's thunder probably. But she was born at 11:36 on 7/22/22, and she has got y'all. I'm gonna tell you what, I don't want to offend anybody, and I've seen some pretty babies, and we got 9 of them, but that may be the prettiest little girl I've ever seen come out of a womb. She is an absolute doll, just a doll. So of course we're not smitten or partial or any of those kinds of things yet. So we're still working on that. But so obviously our weekend was taken up with going to see Halson and sitting there and holding her and just looking at what God did, and it was super, super cool. So that was an awesome experience. I know it wasn't an awesome experience up until that point because I think Maggie got to the hospital at 7:30 that morning, and luckily she had a fantastic doctor who didn't let her go to the next. We heard at least one horror story that one little girl in there had been in labor for 2 days. And before the doctor finally took the baby out of there, but luckily Maggie's doctor didn't do that, so it was good, really fantastic. Can't wait for y'all to see her. I'm sure Maggie and Logan would continue to appreciate y'all's prayers and lifting them up as they transition from being carefree and care and fancy free to footloose and fancy free, to now having another little girl who is going to control their lives for the next 24 years. So all that parenting advice that you guys have, they'll appreciate it. They'll probably appreciate it more from y'all than from us because we obviously don't know what we're talking about. Because we haven't raised any kids that have lived. But Logan is jumping on the daddy thing like crazy, man. He is super protective of that little girl and of Maggie, and he's being that dad that he's being that first baby dad. He's just got, kind of everything, monitoring everything, watching the monitors and checking heart rates and making sure the nurses are in there and they're supposed to be in there. He's doing a fantastic job. So good job there.
Good morning.
Look at her being all delicious and whatnot.
Good morning.
You smell good too.
Thank you.
Goodness gracious.
It's probably my coffee.
No, probably you. Definitely you.
Wow, that light looks far away. I feel like my eyes are like
you're good.
Not.
You're fantastic.
Perfect.
You're
good morning, y'all. How are you? Y'all, it's been I'm gonna carry on from this conversation because I thought I remember, and I was telling my mom about this the other day, that I remember whenever I had Lainey, how I had Logan already, and how I thought there's no possible way. There's no way I can love another one the way that I love him. And obviously the same was true with the next and the next. And it's like, somehow the instant you lay your eyes on them, it's just like, good morning. the instant you lay your eyes on them, it's just like, wow, like, how did I even, like, you don't even remember life before them.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, it's like, and man, whenever I laid eyes on Halson, whoo, Lord, y'all. So they took her back for a C-section. I was back there with them. I went over and Logan was sitting outside the operating room, and bless his heart, he was just a bundle of nerves. I mean, a bundle of nerves. I was like, baby, she is in the best possible place she can be. She is exactly where she. So funny, Dr. Klein, who was Maggie's doctor, was my doctor with Carson and Zeke. She's the one that delivered Carson and Zeke. So now she's delivered a grandbaby. She's delivered a next generation. And but I was like, man, she's exactly where she needs. So I walked out and kind of walked back. Maggie's mom's nerves were tore up with her going back for the C-section. And for whatever reason, I had been wanting and hoping for them to come in and say, we're just going to take her back, because as long as she had labored, I couldn't even imagine when the doctor came in and said, you could be pushing for 3 to 4 hours. I was like, oh my gosh, Maggie's not going to, she's just so tired.
Well, when she said that, there's a picture that got sent out. Maggie, her face, you could just tell she had no energy.
Right.
She was so tired.
She had been such
already.
a trooper. Bless her heart. She'd been such a trooper. But I mean, so I walked back by. So I'd kind of come from the room where Maggie's mom was sitting in, because we were back, back in labor and delivery. And I walked by the door, the opening. For anybody who's been at Piedmont in the labor delivery wing, there's two double doors that are there. And then there's the operating room through those double doors. And I walked by and I could hear something coming from right down there. And so I stopped and I listened, because I was like, okay, are those adults screaming, or is that a baby scream? And I got closer and I stood right there where Logan's chair was, where he had been sitting, waiting to go in to go be in there with Maggie. And I could hear that baby screaming. And I think the tears started then. And I just sat there and listened to her. And I was like, oh, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. So, I mean, and now you want to talk about some lungs? Woo, Lord. I could hear that child. I'm surprised y'all couldn't hear her in the waiting room. I mean, it was so loud. And there's nothing like that healthy baby scream. Oh, it was amazing. So and then she wheeled out and got to see her. And so, yeah, we're pretty smitten.
Yeah.
I'm super excited.
Yeah.
So she's perfect.
She's absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. So
yep.
just the fact that God continues to bring life, and even your mom said this. Mama said this. She said, when you look at this brand new baby, how could you ever deny the existence of God? How could you ever deny the beauty and wonder of God's creation?
Yep.
When you hold that baby, and y'all every one of you on here are parents. Yep. And you guys remember those moments when the first time you looked at that baby.
Yeah.
Because I have no blood relation to Halson at all.
Right.
But the first time I held her, man, the tears just like started.
Oh, he was just welling. But
I cried.
Yeah, you do cry a lot.
But there was like an instant connection, man. It's just that little girl.
Right.
I told her yesterday. I said, anything you need, baby, you just let Big Dude know, and you got it. If anybody messes with you, if you need anything, just let me know.
She's awesome. Yeah, super excited.
So good.
What
stuff.
A great weekend. So, and I mean, the timing of everything falling into place like it has. The timing of, we got through the move. Logan and May got through so many things that, we're almost through the move. We are moved in. We are just not
finished.
Moved out.
We're not finished.
We're not finished setting up, and we're not moved out from where I like to share. I move differently than most people do. Like if I didn't use it, I'm not moving it. Like I'll leave it there and then we'll trash it. So, like we'll do a last load. I'll go finish getting what we know we need to bring here. Like our Christmas decorations still got to get moved and stuff. But I do move differently than most people. Because, if you haven't used it a lot, just get rid of it. Like even close my closet. Like I'm going to make a massive Goodwill run. Just because if I don't wear a lot of them and they've just been hanging there and I've not worn them in 2 years, they're not moving with us. There's no point.
Y'all heard it here first.
Yeah. You heard it here
I've moved those things 3 times.
That's not necessarily true. Twice. Yeah. Yeah. So
maybe we're turning a new leaf.
Yep. Turn over a new leaf.
I love it.
So I won't be able to be on here long because I got to get
a
little squirt. We're headed to CHOA. Y'all, please keep us in your prayers. We're headed for our second appointment with Zeke. For those of y'all that know that he kind of got diagnosed with pre-diabetic a few months ago.
He's done a fantastic job since then.
He really has done a good job. So we're hoping to get a good report today and things be good. And so we're going back there this morning for a follow-up. So,
and I'm headed to due West South Carolina in like 29 minutes to drop off my 17-year-old at a volleyball camp. So,
but we wanted to hop on here because we told y'all we were going to get back. I'm ready for a routine.
Yeah.
I'm ready to be back in a routine. Some of y'all start school next week. I know our kids start school next week in Hart County. I don't know when everybody else starts. I know in Tennessee, your kids start the following week.
Kate starts the 1st and Jagger starts the 8th.
Oh, okay. Does start the 1st. Oh, I thought he started the 5th.
Yeah,
Okay.
The 1st.
Yeah. So he starts Monday too. Yes. We're getting in a routine of getting all of our kids off and get back into a normal routine. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. Lot. So hopefully we'll have a routine here. We're trying to figure out like right now we're at a table. I'm not sure, there's a lot of, we're still not all the way done here. So we have a lot of plans for this house and hopefully have a spot where Carrie's just ready for that routine.
Yes. I think all of us do. I think we love getting off for the summer because we like being able to have a little bit of just, non-routine, I guess, like, because when we're very regimented, but then after like 5 days of it, we're like, all right, time to go back to school.
Right. Because I mean, obviously we talk a lot about your morning routines. We talk a lot about what you do in the mornings.
Right.
And this house has actually been really, really good for me because it's motivated me to start trying to
get back
my
in
morning routine again.
Yep.
So I've journaled a couple of days and I've meditated some day, down on the dock and been down on some of y'all saw that picture from last Thursday.
Oh man,
absolutely gorgeous.
Friday morning because it was
pink, the pink sky. The day that Halston was born.
Yep.
So trying to get into that routine and bringing that routine back into my life to help sort of the rest of the day. And that's sort of the title of today was Monday, the day champions are made. A lot of people wake up with this mindset they hate Mondays. I hate Monday. And I mean, in our business, we really don't have a Monday. You just have Monday's just another day because you've worked all day Sunday. Right. Most of you've worked your butts off on Saturday. So Monday's that day where it's just another day. But a lot of folks out there, they despise Mondays. They wake up hating Mondays. They wake up and they're like, oh my God, it's Monday. Oh my God, it's Monday. I don't want champions don't do that.
Right.
Champions wake up every day looking for the next opportunity, looking for the next, give me 24 more hours, let me go do something cool.
Right.
And that's what champions do. So I want y'all to start thinking about that. We talked in the last sales meeting about that, the 6 week, that 6 week, what did Tammy call it? The 6 week
success plan?
No, not the success plan. I just had a complete brain fart. The 6 week action plan. I don't know what she calls it. I can't remember now. That's kind of why I've been harping on you guys because I want this last half of the year as we get back into this routine. It's August. I mean, it's August next week.
Yep.
Which means that's the 8th month.
Yeah.
So we're already September.
We're a month past the halfway mark.
August, September, October, November, December. There's 5 months left in the year. So take off 3 weeks for Thanksgiving and Christmas. You really have four months left in the year of production. Four months and a week left of production.
Right.
I don't know where you are, but I'm trying to really impress on you guys to get in that routine. Keep reading those books. Keep working out. Keep making your phone calls. Keep doing the things that you were doing in the beginning of the year.
Right.
But maybe increase by one person. Increase by another 30 minutes on your phone calls. Michelle's knocking on doors. If you knock on 10 doors, maybe knock on 12. Just bump that number up just a little bit.
Right.
And turn it up just a smidge.
Right.
Make sure you're doing your prayers. Make sure you're reading your Bible. Make sure you're doing all those things, but maybe ramp it up one more night.
And some of the groups, because I've seen some of you guys put this stuff on Facebook. Some of y'all are doing some of these accountability, and this is what I love about our company so much, and the people within our company. It's funny because I had a conversation with an agent a couple weeks ago. He was from a company that starts. A lot of people confuse it with exit because it starts with EX, but it ends differently. Sounds like so. Anyways, but I had this conversation because it was funny because he had actually invited one of our agents to a lunch, and that agent called me right after lunch and was telling me about it. And I was like, dude, why didn't you let me know about this meeting? Because I would love to. I like to stump them because companies that have very complex systems, they don't really know their own systems. They don't know their own business models. And some people, some people don't even know if even if it's not a complex system, they don't understand the business model. But it is our job to not only understand our business model super, super well, but also to understand other companies' business models so that when we have a conversation with someone, we can help them to understand just how beneficial. There's not another business model in the real estate industry that beats Exit. There's just not. And that's just business model. We're not even talking about company culture. We're not talking about, I'm talking business model. Numbers from a number standpoint. So, especially when you look at the EX Plus stock, which is one of the huge benefits, is that their stock is super low right now. And my thought is, those of you who are getting residual money, go buy stock, go buy it. Because I promise you, its 52-week high was at $55. I think we looked. It's at like $13, $14 right now. So if you guys are in the stock market, they are. And the beautiful thing is, if we understand, if you guys even understand some of these other business models, we can help to educate them on if that's the piece of it that's very enticing for them. And they like the fact that they're given stock as their bonus, as their residual, as their thank you for introducing someone to the company. Exit gives you money, gives you what you can spend it on, whatever you want to spend it on. Heck, we've got 3 agents now who have bought beach houses, right? I mean, I love it. I love that because then you are allowing heck, I mean, we have a second home. It's second now. It was still second then, that truly our residuals pay for. I mean, so, we've got, and now we're about to turn it into a VRBO. So allowing that to work for you and make more. Sorry, y'all. So sorry.
We have 5 dogs in the house.
We do have 5 dogs in the house right now.
5 dogs.
5. We have more dogs than we have kids in the house right now.
We do.
Isn't that crazy? We only got 3 in the house.
We do.
4. We have 4 in the house. 4
kids and 5 dogs.
4 kids, 5 dogs, and a mama. But anyways, so I'm having this conversation with them, and they just, what he said was, he said, you know what I really like the most about this company is the downlines. I like the fact that we have a downline, because then I can pick up the phone and I can call somebody if I have a question, and they'll answer it for me, and it doesn't have to be my broker. I was like, really? What a concept.
What an amazing thing.
What an amazing concept that is.
I love getting real estate advice from a mailman.
So it's like, so many agents, what they're looking for is exactly what we have. I mean, we got what you need.
So, so
there's a song I think that says that, right? I got what you need. We got what you need. Anyways, carry on. There was a song.
So does anybody? Here's a quiz. This is a little quiz. I don't eat pop quiz. How many of you know what the vesting period is for EXP stock? Anybody? Put it in the comments. Put in there how long you. So what that means is,
once they get it, before they can actually use it, before it's actually theirs, it's theirs.
They
on
get
paper.
the stock.
They just can't do anything with it.
They can't do anything with it. Okay. How long? What's that time frame? What's that period of time before they can actually touch their stock and actually start to mess with it? Anybody know? Somebody guess. Just give me some.
Take a quick guess.
Real quick. Come on. Somebody type. Pay attention.
It's very significant in the this number is very well. Actually, somebody's already said this number here already this morning. Not in reference to this answer, but it may or may not be when a certain school district goes to school.
Gotcha. All right. So for those of you who aren't near your computer because you're walking around doing other stuff.
3 years. Thank you, Alex Martin. Very good.
So EXP, once they're given stock, the agent can't touch it for 3 years. They can't sell it. They can't do anything with it for 3 years.
All they can do is watch it go up.
All they can do is watch it. Look at it.
And down.
It's like in a case. They watch it. They just, I can't touch it.
It goes up and it goes down.
I can't touch it.
How I would love to sell it when it got here, but I can't, and now it's here.
Do y'all remember last year was $153 a share, and every EXP agent on the planet, if you have like 15 or I probably have 74, 75 EXP agents on my Facebook page. And when it was at $153 a share, they're like, "Oh my God, it's at $153 a share. We're the best real estate company ever. This is the best thing going." And now it's $13 a share.
Yeah,
and you don't see anybody bragging about it being $13 a share. But here's what's funny: if you take your residual money and go buy EXP stock through a stock trader, you can buy and sell it tomorrow.
Yeah.
You can buy and sell it the next day.
When it climbs back up to $60, $70 a share.
You'll have more money in 2 years than they'll have in 2 years in their own stock that they've been given.
Right.
You'll have more money. You'll have more cash in your hand.
Right.
So when you have a conversation.
I'm not saying y'all have to do that. I'm just saying that some people don't understand the business model, that there's, And again, each person that comes in, the model, their piece of it is split 7 ways. And if anybody understands, if anybody's ever done anything with a pyramid scheme, multi-level,
network marketing.
I don't want to call it a
network
scheme,
marketing,
multi-level marketing. The people that are up here are the ones that make the most money. So even though EXP will continue growing, you know, I mean, they're a disruptor. People come and go and they change and they do this and they do that. But
and they're different. They're making a lot of headlines and they've got a lot of upside.
Yep.
And there's a lot of things in the,
yep.
They've got billions and billions of dollars to play with.
But what I know we've got, and this is what I started to say a while ago, what I love so much about our company is that we are doing this, right? You guys do have access to us. You guys do have, you know, one of you guys needs us, you know, you can pick up the phone and call us. The other piece of it is what that kid said, and he's 19. I mean, I'm so proud of him. He's doing great in real estate. But I'm like, you know, he's like, I love the fact that I can just pick up the phone and we've got this group of people that we can call and it's not just one person that I can reach out to. And I said, well, what makes you think that you would only have one person anyways? So, because for a lot of companies, just like we said several months ago, you know, my brother made the comment to me, he said, you know, if it's just not realistic to think that if somebody goes out, somebody goes out and has a medical emergency or is out with a car accident or a broken leg or you can't drive or whatever, people don't step in and help. And I'm like, whoa, wait a second. Wait a second. If that's the crowd, then that's not where you want to be. And he has ventured off, and congratulations to him if he's watching this. He has spun off and has opened his own company. Yeah. And because kind of the same reasoning I did is because I'm not saying that somebody else can't do business the way they want to do it. But if it's not something I'm comfortable with, then I made a decision in 2006 that I was never going to be subject to somebody else's shady business practices. And sometimes that's just what you get. Thankfully, I hope nobody here thinks we have that, because if anything, we're completely opposite direction. We'll go to the nth degree to ensure things. And sometimes we worry over it and we, you know, stress about making sure that things are done the right way. But I thought it was so odd because that was his thing. He was like, I love the fact that I can just pick up the phone and call somebody. I've got access to somebody who can help me through this as a newer agent. And I'm sitting here watching the Facebook post where some of you guys went and did some third quarter goal setting and planning at Gabby's on the lake. Mm-hmm. And then this week, Anna sent out a message this week that a group from Brazelton's getting together and doing that. Mm-hmm. I love the fact that you guys are doing that outside of us. But
again, we're not like other real estate companies.
Right.
This in real estate, like that little story I always tell you, you know, most people's experience in real estate is you have an interview, the broker tells you everything that you want to hear, all the things they're going to do for you. Then when you walk in the first day, they say your business cards will be here next week. There's an office back there you can use. Here's the password to the Wi-Fi. Go get them, Tiger.
Right.
And then you're by yourself. And nobody's really coming into your office, knocking on the door saying, hey, welcome. Can I help? You know, let me know what I can do. Let me know how I can help. You're not getting that experience. You're walking into a collection of islands where everybody's doing their own thing and they're looking at their business like this because you're competition. There's no collaboration.
And many brokers will be very, very concerned about that. They would be like, what are they doing without me? And I've even had brokers call me and say, I've got a group of agents that are out doing all this planning. And
aren't you afraid of that? Aren't you scared of that?
Wouldn't that concern you? I mean, like, should I be concerned? And this is her talking to me, asking, I'm like, why would you be concerned about that? Like, that's what you want to happen. We're growing leaders in this company that will be able to go out and build a sustainable, I mean, you're literally, we're given the business model. And again, this is why I say there's not another business model out there like it, because from the top down, what our leadership at Exit Corporate teaches us and really, really ingrains in us as leaders in the company is to build leaders. Did we lose the thing?
No, you keep.
It's to build leaders. It's what we do as a company is we pour into the people in our company so they can then turn around and pour into other people. And again, it's like we use the example of the water, the drop of water and the ripple effect and the impact that one thing that we do, the impact that even I'm just going to use the meeting that's going to happen on this coming week. I don't know what day they finally decided to do it, but the impact from that meeting, there's no way to measure it. because somebody could take away one thing from that meeting that they go out and they do differently that impacts somebody's life, that impacts somebody's life, that impacts somebody's life. So the fact that that collaboration happens within our company is it literally it's a proud parent moment for us.
Well, but again, she said from the top down, we get text messages from Steve Morris every morning.
Yep.
And I wonder if they're, but I don't think he has his group that he sends text messages to every morning. He spends hours sending these text messages to people. So he sent one on Saturday morning. He says, if you look at the people in your, just as an indication of what this company is about and what she's talking about right now.
Right.
And how we want to build you guys. If you look at the people in your circle and you don't get inspired, you don't have a circle, you have a cage.
That's right.
If you look at the people in your circle and you don't get inspired, you don't have a circle, you have a cage.
That's right.
And so for us, it's all about growth. It's all about getting better. It's all about expanding. It's all about going to the next. And sometimes you lose people. Sometimes people outgrow us.
Yeah.
Which is perfectly fine. We want the growth. We want you to be dropping your rocks in the water and creating those ripples wherever you go, because you have a world to impact that we can't.
That's right.
And you have people that you've got to go touch and you got to go love and you got to go be a light to that we can't.
Right.
Only you can.
Right.
So our job is to pour into the people that we can pour into.
That's right.
And let you guys go out and do and pour into the people that you can pour into.
That's right.
And that's what this whole thing's about. That's the reason Steve Morris created Exit.
Yep.
It wasn't about the real estate, y'all. I promise you. It wasn't. Any of you that have a chance to talk to Steve Morris at convention, just hang around us, and I promise you, just stay like within 10, 20 feet of us at convention. And I promise you, Steve Morris is going to be right here between us.
Right.
And get a chance to come talk to him and ask him. If you get a chance, ask him why he started Exit.
Yep.
And I promise you, it's not about the real estate.
It's not even about the money. It's about
impacting people's lives.
It was about missing links in an industry that is an industry, honestly. And I say this all the time. Real estate is like the land of misfit toys. Sorry, y'all hear this thing in the background. That's the mom one there blow drying her hair. Sorry, she probably didn't think about it.
It's all good.
But
again, we've got some structures that we're going to put in place here, but we just don't have them done right now because our office is a bedroom right now.
If it sounds like the leaf blowers going on outside, it's what it is. There we go. But no, I mean, it's that mentality. It's the Steve Morris calling and saying, I want to coach you guys this first quarter of the year. I mean, we were being coached by Steve the first quarter of this year. And I mean, it was just, and this is what we see, the results. The results are the people that we're pouring into others.
Those numbers that we read out of the meeting the other day, those are the results.
Crazy.
Those are the results.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's us being who we are. Good, bad, and indifferent, being completely authentic, you being who you are, good, bad, indifferent, authentic, us being the best, trying to be the best versions of us every single day. And our numbers and nobody's focused on numbers.
We're not
pushing you to go do this and that and the other
thing.
I
look at numbers after the fact. We focus on the input. And then I go and I look at the output later, like as we get to milestones.
It's usually a surprise.
As we honestly, when I think about whenever I thought about, well, this time we had to, because Exit's production year ended June 30th. And so they had a hard and fast cutoff of all deals had to be finalized in the system. I mean, I spent 3 or 4 days.
The one in June.
Yeah, the one in June, you know, so I spent 3 or 4 days in July, and I've done really well about staying on top of deals. Lately, it's gotten so crazy. Now, after I look at these numbers, I see why. But it's gotten continuously crazier for us. But I look at, I just look at what you guys have done, and even I don't know if you guys get the newsletter. That's right. Numbers are what we use to measure where we've come, like how far we've come, like where are we now? Because numbers are an indication of what's already happened. So we use that as a way to say, are we going in the right direction? Are we not going in the right direction? What are we doing that we need to tweak and adjust? And again, some people would look at our company and say, you know, there's not really a whole lot of structure, when there actually is. The important pieces that are actually under the hood are very well in place. Yeah. Very, very much in place. And the ones that are helping, like, again, this group, Carrie and Anna and some others in Brazelton, I think Barbara's helping. I mean, you guys are pouring into the newer agents in Brazelton that aren't even necessarily the people you sponsor into the company, but they're part of the company. They're part of the body.
I'm gonna jump in here and say something because so numbers are an indication of your progress, right?
Yep.
They're an indication. Your emotions are an indication of where you are as a person. That when your emotions are off balance, when your emotions are out of whack, when you're feeling whatever you're feeling on this side of the coin, when it's really, really bad or negative or whatever, that's just an indication that you're not walking in the true version of you.
Right.
You're not walking in who you're supposed to walk. And then those moments when everything feels right, and you're in that moment and it just feels like, oh my God, if I can just bottle this feeling and put this in a jar and keep this every single day, that's the emotion when you're in complete alignment with who you are.
Right.
So your emotions are like numbers. Your emotions give you an indication because that's why they do this. You're either on E or you're on F, right?
Right.
And so your emotions will fluctuate and they'll vacillate between this side and this side. But when you're really walking in who you're supposed to walk in and you've got that feeling, dive into that. Press into that. When it's over here and you're feeling like the numbers don't look good, take a minute, breathe, just shut everything down, stop going down that path because it's just going to continue to get worse. Right. Take a minute, breathe, big deep breaths, and then try to get lined back up. But your emotions are that same indicator.
Right. So I mean, I say you guys keep pressing forward with what you're doing. It's even for people who are in it who think, I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't really know what to do. Trust me, just get in there and do what you know to do. And then the rest will follow. So again, we've got if there's any questions, obviously we've got a whole group of people, but I don't know those of you who get the Exit Southeast newsletter. I think it goes out to everybody. Oh, by the way, the top 4 companies for all of Georgia in all categories were Exit Realty Lake Country, Exit Realty Lake Country, Exit Realty Lake Country, Exit Realty Lake Country.
Really?
Top 4. Yeah. Top 4 out of the top 10 that they pulled out was Exit Realty Lake Country.
Dang it. The rest of y'all need to get yours together.
No,
we should have 6.
Saying.
We should have 6 or 7.
No. We've only got 4 that are being counted because Lake Oconee, Lake Sinclair is 1.
Oh, then never mind.
Yeah. I mean, we've only got 4 that are actually open. Like our 5 territory. We've got 6 offices in Georgia, but only 5 territories. And one of them's not open yet. Gainesville's not open yet.
That's right.
So,
sorry, we're trying.
Yeah, no. So of the 4 offices that are being measured, those are them, and they're top 4 of everything. I'm so proud of y'all. I look at that and I'm like, y'all, gosh, I love y'all. I think 8 out of 10 top agents, 8 out of the top 10 agents in every category were Exit Realty Lake Country agents.
I didn't even see any. I tried to pull up on the phone the other day and it wouldn't pull up.
Fantastic. And y'all, that is just a testament because, like I said, we've gotten to the point that and you guys, and that's why I don't worry about, like, again, so many brokers don't want there to be too much, what's the right word I'm thinking? Leaders of companies. Autonomy is probably good, but it's where there's another layer. And that layer of leadership, again, managers are hired or appointed and chosen. Leaders emerge. You guys are leading one another, which is exactly what we have poured into you in order to do. And then the ones that are being poured into now are going to be the leaders down the road. So this goal setting, if you guys have not done your 3rd quarter goal setting, we are now 1/3 of the way through the 3rd quarter. Please sit down and evaluate where you're at for the year. Evaluate where you are. If you're a brand new agent, it is time to sit down and go through that process of setting the goals, of getting the work done, of going in. And some people are like, oh, well, I know an agent who started in 2 weeks, they had a closing. So, that doesn't mean, I mean, even a blind squirrel gets a nut every now and then, right? I mean, that doesn't mean that they were taught the right way to do it. What you guys are being trained to do and how we approach the training process for new agents is to teach you to do it right, to teach you to build a sustainable business from right straight out of the gate.
On your own. Teach you how to do it on your own.
Right. Not because you're paying a ridiculous amount of money for leads, not because it's only reliant on a lead. It's how to go out there and generate your organic business.
How to do it on your,
that's
how to be a grown-up professional real estate agent.
How to be a grown-up. How to be a grown-up real estate agent and not just be the one that somebody hands you a lollipop and you eat it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna read this.
Let me read this real quick.
But then we gotta hop off here because we both got to get headed out.
So I opened up this book this morning. So I've got the Warrior of the Light book. I opened it up this morning, just this page, and I've been looking at the left page for the entire time. That was a page that I was going to read. But I think the right one is more apropos to what we've been talking about this morning. So let me read. This is on page 51 of the book Warrior of the Light. And on page 51, it says, the warrior knows that no man is an island. He cannot fight alone. Whatever his plan, he depends on other people. He needs to discuss his strategy, to ask for help, and in moments of relaxation, to have someone with whom he can sit by the fire, someone he can regale with tales of battle. But he does not allow people to confuse his camaraderie with insecurity. He is transparent in his actions and secretive in his plans. A warrior of the light dances with his companions, but does not place the responsibility for his actions on anyone else.
That's right.
So
It's true.
we've all got each other to help build each other up. But at the end of the day, you got to be one that makes the phone call. At the end of the day, you got to be the one that's doing those small things consistently over time to make those big impacts.
Yep.
We have each other, but it won't be our fault, and it won't be Carrie's fault, or unless it's Carrie. It's my fault if my business suffers. It's Christy's fault if her business suffers. And even though we have each other to rely on, I've got to go out and do my thing.
Right.
I've got to be the one going out throwing rocks and slinging spears. Right? She's got to be the one throwing rocks and slinging spears.
Right.
You guys do too. We can all sit at the end of it and laugh,
Right.
and dance and love on each other
And help one another.
Yeah.
If you see somebody
Understand the
needing
tactic,
help.
right? But it's up to us to make it happen. Okay?
That's right.
Up to us to make it happen. All right?
Yep.
So we got to go.
We got to go.
Love y'all.
Y'all, prayers for a good result today at the doctor's office.
Yep.
Continue lifting Maggie and Logan as Maggie recovers. Her little body's recovering. And lift that sweet baby of ours up.
Lord, she's so pretty.
I can't wait to get some love on for her today. Can't
Are
wait.
you going to there?
When I leave Atlanta, I sure enough am.
Okay. Be good.
Be great.
Be you.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Did you forget?
I did. I had a brain fart.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.